Lyndon Byers did it all his career. He was a scorer, he was an enforcer, and in retirement became a very prestigious radio announcer. But bad news on the doorstep, ladies and gentlemen. He passed away on July 4th after a short illness. Now, he played in the NHL for parts of 10 seasons with the Bruins and Sharks, earning a reputation as one of the league's toughest enforcers. The cousin of former NHL forward Dan Byers, again, he died at age 61. Now, the native of Nipawin, Saskatchewan, passed away in Norwood, Massachusetts. Now, 6'2", 200 pounds during the prime of his career. The right winger also was a right shot. Now, he spent a year with the famous Notre Dame Hounds before beginning his major junior career in '81 with Regina Pats of the Western Hockey League. The following year, the Bruins selected him as a second-round pick at the '82 NHL entry draft. His gritty style earned him a spot with Team Canada at the '84 World Juniors in Sweden. He showed promise by scoring 32 goals in each of his next two seasons with Regina, but he was 153 and 154 penalty minutes in each of those campaigns, and would be a better measure of his future pro career. Now, joining the Bruins at the end of the '84 season, he scored 2 counters and 4 assists for 6 points while amassing 32 minutes in penalties. Bouncing back and forth between the parent club and the minors, his best season came in '88, where he redshirted 10 goals and 14 assists for 24 points while amassing 249 minutes in penalties and 53 contests. Now, he eventually signed as a free agent with the Sharks on November 7th, '92, where he finished his initial career in the '93 campaign before ending his pro playing career with the IHL's Minnesota Moose in '95. He scored 28 goals and 43 assists for 71 points and amassed 1,081 penalty minutes in 279 NHL games over 10 campaigns. Now, shortly after his playing career, he returned to the Boston area and became a member of the Hillman Morning Show on radio station WAF-FM, where as an on-air personality and sports specialist for 22 years before the show ended. Byers moved to the afternoon slot along with co-host Mike Sue. On September 3rd, 2009, he unexpectedly quit in a tearful goodbye that he gave on the air seconds before walking out of the studio. WWF closed up shop less than 6 months later, and Lyndon Byers made an appearance on the air on the last day of station broadcasting. Now, he was also an actor. He made several appearances on the FX dramedy Rescue Me with well-known Bruins fan Dennis Leary, as well as former Bruins Neely and Esposito. He also had a cameo appearance in the film Shallow Hell and Stuck on You as well. He was also featured on season 1 of finally on Bar Rescue on Spike TV. Byers and Neely also appeared in a music video for the song Wholehearted by Boston hard rock group Extreme. So in Notre Dame in '82, 77 points in 37 games, but 57 contests with Regina that year, 43 points, including 18 goals. Now, with Regina in '83 and '84, again, 2 seasons of 32 counters with pretty well 153 minutes in penalties. With the Bruins in '84, 2-4-6, '85, 3-8-11, and played in Hershey 4-6-10, '86, 2 assists in 5 games. Now, he found himself with the Moncton Golden Flames in '86 as well, 14 games, 6 points. And Milwaukee of the IHL, where he had 2 assists in 8 games. '87 with the Bruins, 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points, and 27 games in Moncton, 10 points in 27 contests. '88 with the Bruins, his best statistical season, 24 points in 53 games. He also played with Maine of the AHL with 1 assist in 2 games. Now, the full enforcer rule came in '89, where he only had 4 assists in 49 games with 218 minutes in penalties. Now, we did play with the Bruins in their Stanley Cup runs in the '80s. Now, the Mariners in '89, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. 1990, 4 goals and 4 assists in 43 contests, 159 minutes in penalties. Injury-plagued season in '91, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. '92, last season with Boston, a goal and assist for 2 points. He played 11 games with the Mariners with 5 counters. Now, with San Jose in '93, he only played 18 games. Now, back to the IHL with the Kansas City Blades that campaign, a goal and assist for 2 points. With the San Diego Gulls also in '93, 3 assists in 9 games. Las Vegas Thunder in '94, 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points. And, of course, the last season with the Minnesota Moose, a goal in 7 contests. Now, Lyndon Byers can be best described as a Renaissance guy. Like he was a great athlete. He was a great showman. But so you look at Lyndon Byers, what he did in his hockey career, again, should be heavily respected. Now, I really think he would have benefited more, maybe not to go to San Jose, but like Toronto or Montreal, because he was a very, cerebral type of guy. I don't think he was a dirty enforcer. He was just basically someone that was caught up with the roughness of Boston at the time, because Boston's always been a strong team for performance on the ice. But I know a lot of people will miss him because he had great friends in the greater Massachusetts area. His home province is Saskatchewan. It's hard to basically tell people in 2025, because the era of the enforcer, like from the 80s and the 90s, these were people that were regional heroes. Like Brad May, you had John Cordick. Some are tragic, of course, but some are not tragic. Look at Christine Island, enforcer for Montreal and Boston. But you look at for every Bob Probert, you have somebody like a Gordie Dwyer, who was an enforcer in the NHL, but he's gone on to a good executive career with the Tita and various teams in the Q and the Maritime Hockey League in Europe. So Lyndon Byers, like I said, a lot of Boston fans on his channel, you have my condolences. It just seems like there should be a more recognition for players like Byers, because, no matter what happened, he was good value for his team. He was good value for the fans. And, he helped the IHL kind of rebuild a little bit, because he had a reputation that the IHL fans are a little bit different than AHL fans, because a lot of them are West Coast, a lot of them are in areas of hockey areas that would have been to WHA 30 years ago. You look at San Diego, you look at Las Vegas, different places. So Lyndon Byers, like I said, bad news across the doorstep for the people that loved him. So ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, maybe go on YouTube or go on the internet and see some of the stuff that Byers worked on as an announcer. He was quite good, similar to like you see on Sportsnet or TSN with these podcast shows that are also duplicated on FM or AM radio. So Lyndon Byers, again, a big loss for the Boston community. If you like what we're doing here with our Boston Bruins Tribute podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't hesitate to give a request, because we always appreciate the different people that come on and make requests. So all requests are highly considered and are highly, highly appreciated. Thanks for listening. Bye. Oh yeah, one last thing before we go. I forgot to mention this. There's an archive of all my NHL podcasts on the channel. If you subscribe, there's no charge to subscribe. Please put in your name of your favorite player that might show up. It dates back for about 6 or 7 years. So if I miss somebody of the Boston Bruins, especially in the 90s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I never did something of Lyndon before, because I always thought I'll do something about his acting career. But he's a great actor, so check him out on these Dennis Leary series. It's pretty good. Again, thanks for listening. Have a great evening. Bye.